Hi and welcome to another home video for you to do. So I'm going to use some weights today. Hopefully you've got some. I'm using a 1 kilogram weight. You can use something a little bit more or a little bit less. And if you don't have hand weights, go into your cupboard and get 2 cans of something and you'll still be doing great benefit. Of course, you could hold water bottles if you want to. So we're just going to find a surface to sit on, and it can be a chair, just making sure there's no sides to the chair, as we're going to be doing a little bit of arm strengthening work. So find yourself so that you're at the front edge of your seat with your arms just hanging down in front of you, or next to you I should say, and let the weights almost feel like they're pulling the space between the top of the ear and the shoulder further apart. We're going to slide those shoulders up towards your ears and then slowly lowering your arms down, and as I said, those weights are what is doing the work for you. And again, sliding the shoulders up and then sliding the shoulders down. So most of us know very well how to live with our shoulders up at our ears. So this exercise, being mindful of really lengthening the space between the top of the ear and the shoulder, is going to be great for repositioning your shoulder and your postural alignment. From here, we're going to take it into a shoulder roll. So it's very natural to feel like we roll the shoulders forward, up and back. Kind of like you were doing rowing or kayaking, rowing backwards. One more time as we roll the shoulders back. And then what can go one way should be able to go the other. So we're going to roll the shoulders forward, making circular movements, not using too much excessive tension as you are bringing your shoulders up in the move. And then finally settling them down. From here, we're going to open the arms out in line with your shoulders and then bringing the arms back again. So as the arms go out, you're just going to see in your periphery, keeping your eyes forward, that you're not letting your arms go higher than your shoulders. So we don't want to go up high and we don't want to go too low. You want to really feel like you're reaching out knuckle to knuckles and then bringing arms back again. This is great toning work for the tops of the arms. Also make sure that in your sitting position you haven't thrown your ribs forward and stuck your bottom back behind you, but that you're sitting really tall on your sit bones. Hold the arms all the way out at shoulder height and flip the palms to face up and then flip them to face down. And again, rotating them up and rotating them down. For a moment here, as it starts to get a little bit more challenging, make sure that you are still feeling supported from your back muscles, so that you can keep your posture up and that you can keep your arms nice and elevated in line with the shoulders. Turn the palms to face up, and then we're going to bend the arms into a bicep curl and lengthen it out. Keeping the height of your upper arm steady, bringing your lower arm toward you and then away from you. And have a good old stretch if you want. Hopefully you've got someone who's doing a workout with you. And we go for 3 more. And 2, we've got a whole series of this, and 1, hold the arms in, turn the palms to face forward and reach for the ceiling and draw the elbows back down and send the arms high and bringing them low. And finding length through your spine, length through your arms, almost like you had cords or strings pulling your arms towards the ceiling, but also anchoring you down toward the floor. So a really nice stretch and length through the movement. We'll go for 2 more. And we'll go for 1 more, holding the arms up, turn the palms to face in and face them as far away out as possible and rotate them in and rotating them out. So doing this, you're just checking that you're not tensing up through your neck and through your shoulders. It's all good as we get a little spiral motion through the upper arms, making sure again that those ribs are not poking forward, but that you're nicely balanced between the upper body and the lower body. And then last 1, and then you're going to open the arms all the way out. Control, 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 bringing it down. Raise the arms forward and then open out and around. So this way we'll feel the easier of the 2. It feels natural to lift up against the resistance and then open. And we've got 1 more coming this way, reaching it to the front and opening it to the side. At the bottom, we don't stop. We go the opposite way, out to the side, bring it up and lowering it down in the center. So the lowering down is really what's important. Against gravity, you want to be what's slowing the movement down. We don't want to just be falling like a heavy weight. One more time as we send it all the way out, around, and bringing it back. Oh, well done. Let's bend the elbows so that your palms are facing up. Elbows are just close to the waist. Don't hug them in too tightly. And then we're going to open the forearms to the side and then bringing them back again. This is a superb exercise for the muscles around your shoulder blade. If you know them, we call them the rotator cuff muscles. If you've ever injured one before, this will be a familiar exercise, as most people use this one to strengthen that area. I believe in prevention, so doing these kind of exercises to build the strength around that area is going to be setting you up for hopefully not getting an injury. Last one like that, and we're going to turn the knuckles to face forward. Keep the angle of the arm in a bent position as you open the elbows out and bring them back in. I know this series can feel a little tough, but you can do it. And elbows going out to the side and bringing it down again. Every move we make is preparing us for the next repetition, and out and drawing in. Last time we're going to take it out to the side, and here we go with punches. One arm reaches forward and bringing it back. Imagine your arm sliding on an imaginary surface, keeping it as level as possible as it punches out in front of you, and more importantly when it pulls back behind. And again, reaching forward and out. One more to each side like this, and then of course we're going to take it to the next level, and it's going to be a double punch. So get ready for that. As the arms go forward, feel the stabilizing of your back behind you to not lurch forward or to lunge backwards, staying more in an upright position, reaching the arms. Last two, out, in, last one, and then bring it in, lower the arms, rest it down. Oh, keep those weights into your hand. You're going to tilt your ear down towards your right shoulder, just letting the weight hold onto your arm and feeling that drop down toward the floor. And then lifting the head up easy and over to the other side, getting that nice deep stretch. Almost feeling like you had a heavier weight in your arm would create a little bit more resistance and pull down the side of your neck. And then bringing yourself up. So that was our seated version. We're going to do a little bit now on all fours. All right, so we're going to come onto all fours and we're going to play with our weights here. I'm only using one weight. If you feel like you're a little bit stronger and you want to put both weights into one hand, by all means go ahead, but try not to go to the heaviest and then try and back off. Start light, build up the strength, build up the form and structure, and then add on heavier springs. So we're going to find ourselves into our quadruped shape, so hands on the shoulders, knees underneath hips, and away we go, sending your arm back behind you. You're looking for a really long line through the arm and then bringing it forward. I'm not taking it right out in front. And again, sending the arm back. I'm focusing on the muscles that are working to swing my arm behind me. So we do a lot of movement where we bring everything forward. We face forward, we walk forward, we eat forward, we talk forward, all those kind of things. It's sometimes good to really focus on the back half of your body. So holding the arm back behind you. Now let's add a bend of the arm and a straighten. So again, those back muscles of the arm, the triceps, are responsible for making your elbow straighten, and then they relax as you bend your elbow. The muscles at the front of your arm are responsible for bending your elbow and the back, and then they lengthen as we straighten. Maybe too much information for you, but it's going to help you get through the sequence. Hold out one more time, squeeze, hold, oh, that's the work, and then bringing it all the way down. Last variation is to take it out to the side now in line with your shoulder and bring it back. We did this in sitting, but now in this kneeling position, a lot more challenging with the weight of gravity pushing up against your arm and of course the weight that you're holding in your hand. So we'll go for another 3 and 2, and then last one, out it goes, and then bringing it all the way back. Oh, so good. We're going to go ahead and do the other side before we end with stretching. So same setup, hand holding onto the weight, and let's send the arm back behind you. So you're checking in that each time you take the arm back, you want to keep the height of the arm in line with the shoulder. So don't let it drop too low, don't try and take it up too high. All those kind of things will change your postural balance. So we're really working on those back arm muscles, as I said, to help lift the arm into the air. And this is mindful work. You're thinking of each time sort of pausing at the top for a microsecond just to hold that weight into the air. Send the arm out, keep it there, and then let's bend and straighten. So as a teacher, I don't really count all that well when I'm doing movement because I'm talking too much. If you're counting and you're swearing at me because I've gone past 5 or past 6 or past 11, I'm sorry, just do what works for you, and I'm going to where I feel like it's even on the other side. So one last one, hold, stretch, reach, and then bringing it down. Let's take it into the sideways movement, keeping it in line with your shoulder and bringing it back down underneath, and open it to the side and bringing it down, and lengthen long. Again, just watch that you're not overusing neck muscles to do this. This is a challenging exercise. Weight out to the side, coming up against gravity. Let's see if we can find an image that makes it really light, like a feather blowing up in the wind. Last one, hold it up and bring it all the way down. Good work, well done. Shake those arms out. All right. So we're almost done. We just got to finish with a stretch. So our stretch is going to take our arm to the ceiling, elbow high. Bring your fingertips onto the top of your elbow. And just get a stretch. It's going to come down the side of the body. I think I'm going to be lucky and maybe get a visitor. Maybe not. All right, and then if you've got the capacity and you want to take your other hand behind, and try and lace your fingers together and get more of a stretch, go for it. If that's not there for you, don't worry. Just enjoy the stretch above beforehand. Yes, I did get a visitor. And then we're going to send our arms down and then the other one up and over. So reaching that arm up towards the ceiling. Be careful in this one, you don't poke your head forward. You want to feel like your head is pressing back into your forearm. Deep breaths. And then again, if you want to, swing the arm around and grab a hold of the fingers. Well done. That was a really challenging exercise for your arms, but you do that a few times a week and you'll start to see the tone and definition coming through just in time for summer, winter, whenever. Thanks for joining me.